Doom. Okay. All right. So here we go. So welcome everybody to Pika Thoughts. We just beat Doom, the 2016 version from Bethesda and id Software. And I got to tell you guys, I haven't had that much fun in a single player experience, well, since Shadow Warrior. I was gonna say Shadow Run, but Shadow Run's a tabletop converted RPG to PC. Well, anyway, yeah, I haven't had that much fun since like Shadow Warrior, and they're very much in the same vein, FPS, just straight up brutality type shooters. Um, I'd been wanting to get into this game. I'd been wanting to sink my teeth into it and stuff because I had it before. Um, on the PS4 type deal, and then I just never really played it, and then I don't have it anymore now. I don't remember if I sold it or if, I don't know. Well, anyway, the game picks up with the Doom guy, the main protagonist dude, just waking up with all of these things around him, all these demon dudes, possessed people around him. And he just smashes them up, or shoots them up with a pistol and whatnot. And you get the Doom suit like practically instantly, like the straight up armor type deal. And they really did a lot to call upon the nostalgia or play upon the nostalgia of the game, of the old school games, I should say, because a lot of people really dislike Doom 3 for not, being in the same, vein type deal, as its predecessors type deal. So this one like really, went back to its roots, and it was dope. It was just straight up first person gameplay. The story was there. The story pretty much serviced for you to just go in and out of hell, and for you to be able to destroy all these demons. I guess I won't be talking too much about the story because it is there. There are notes that you could like look for, and there's always updates in like I guess the codex thing that you can read. There's lore to be had. There's lore to be found if you want it. Um, Very much like I guess any other FPS game, but because the story takes a back seat to the gameplay type deal, it's not that it's not noticeable. It's just not. You don't really care because you just want to get back to the killing. You want to get back to the grinding, smashing and ripping up demons, and doing whatever you can to be creative and how you kill everyone. It's so dope. I had so much fun with this game. And as you progress, through the game, and as you get, more weapons, you can become more creative in the way that you take down the enemies and such. So like as for the gameplay, um, there isn't like a, I think there's a crouch. I don't think there's a crouch. If there is, I never used it. If there is, I never even like used it. I doubt that there's a crouch. But it was all about movement. It was all about running and jumping and getting through whatever you could, um, to keep your momentum going. It was all about movement, momentum, twitch shooting. You know what I'm saying? Just like getting this minute little wrist movements to get the demon at the very corner of your screen as you're turning away. And I really liked the breakneck speed. I really liked that it emphasized you not staying in one place. Enemies did really well in the sense of tracking your movements. So like if you were to stop at one point in the animation of like let's say a projectile coming at you, it's going to hit you if you stop. So you have to be adamant about um knowing the pathway of the level, and like knowing the layouts of stuff. They did a really good job of the level design. It serviced the gameplay really well because a lot of it was very arena style. All of the levels are very arena style. There's a lot of platforming movements to it. It lend itself a lot to the spacebar technique type deal where you just bunny hop everywhere. So I really felt like I was playing an old school game, in a new school style. It felt very nostalgic, but not. Because it's presented to you gorgeously. It's presented to you in such a I don't even know how to explain the graphics here because they're good, but they're consistent as well because you're moving around constantly doing all this crap, and very little did I see any like frame stutter. Very like it was very consistent in just how and everything looked, and I love that about the game. And it stayed there even when there's like however many enemies on screen. It stayed there while there was just ridiculous amounts of gore and body parts flying up all over the place. And I don't know, dude. I can't begin to tell you how creative you can get with the glory kills, which are the melee kills in the game, and how creative you can get with switching up your weapons and stuff. So like, let's say I'll do a shotgun blast, and then I'll do like a super charge blast from like my Gatling gun weapon almost, or railgun weapon type deal, or I'll like I forgot what it was called, that railgun, and or you can do it with your minigun, dude. And let's get into the I guess RPG-esque elements of the game, because in the game it rewards exploration with what's the word, power up tokens or points. It rewards you with little collectibles and stuff. So if you go about the world and look for the world's secrets and stuff, you'll find stuff like hidden levels, like not hidden levels, but I found like a hidden like I guess like a hidden level. It was just like a part of an old school one from the old school Doom games, which I thought was incredible. I was like, good for you guys, the good stuff putting this in this game, and rewarding the people who are trying to find all the little secrets. So like I said, it more often than not rewards it with rewards your exploration with power-ups, a means to get your power-ups. And I used a lot of the tokens, I guess, for just like ease of use within the game, like the HUD stuff. The tokens you find from other dead Marines, I guess, from other dead doomed looking guys. They're like chip things that you take out from the middle of their stomach type deal. And that's where those power-ups were kind of used for just ease of use. So like HUD power-ups, doing more just stuff along those lines, making the gameplay easier. Not easier, but cooler. You benefit more from the things that you find, as opposed to these points, I guess, that you would get from completing the level. So the more that you would progress, or the more that you would do, you could fill up this meter in the top right to get weapon points, and those weapon points essentially just upgrade your weapons, like make them stronger, or have a faster, not a faster reload, but a faster charge time, or a faster way to change things. And I thought that was really neat, because it made you prioritize your weapons and like what was most effective. So constantly I was thinking like, all right, I can switch from this weapon to this weapon faster, so I'm just gonna upgrade this and this because they can, they go hand in hand type deal. Or I'm just gonna upgrade this weapon, this used up, that uses up, what's it called, this type of ammo, because they're both drawing from the same type of ammo pool type deal. You get what I'm saying? So it was really cool. I keep saying really cool. I very much enjoyed that there is like little, very shallow RPG elements to the game, and I guess shallow has a negative connotation to it, but in this instance it's not bad at all, because you don't want too much, you don't want it to be over cluttered. The main aspect of the gameplay, the main draw of it, is just the breakneck speed, how good the shooting feels, how good the different weapons feel, and I enjoyed that a lot. So what else do we got here? What else can I say about the game? I mean, it's obviously not perfect. I can definitely feel myself feeling fatigued within the times that we did play it, because it took me about 3 streams to complete this. Well, a stream and a half, or a half a stream, and then another stream. So I'd say 2.5 streams to complete the game. Um, it wasn't terrible. It was about maybe a 10-hour experience, a 9-hour experience for us, when normally it's about a 12 or whatever. So we didn't complete it all that much faster than anybody else. Um, I feel like we could have spent a lot more time, searching for things, looking for, secrets and stuff if we upgraded certain things in the HUD. Because it gave you the option to vibrate when you're near secrets. That'll be another cool thing to play through again, if you would like to play through it again, because it gives you more difficulties. You can play it on higher difficulties. You can go looking for secrets. It's not too long enough of a campaign so that you don't not want to go through it again. But like I said, I did feel fatigued in playing it a couple of times, for long periods of time, because it is very much of the same. It's not necessarily a bad thing either, but you can definitely tell it becomes apparent, like, oh, we're playing through, okay, we're going to kill all of these demons here, something's gonna open up, we can get the key card. Oh no, a bunch of other demons are guarding this key card. Now we can get the key card. Now the key card door that we could access is being guarded by a bunch of other demons. And then that's just how it was, you know what I'm saying? In order to progress in the game, it threw a bunch of enemies at you at once. And that wasn't bad, but again, it was noticeable. So my only suggestion for that, like if you do start feeling fatigued throughout the game, if you do decide to play, is just, I don't know, take breaks. You can definitely come back to it. It's definitely a game that you don't necessarily need to speedrun. You can speedrun. I feel like it definitely lends itself to that with the type of momentum that you're given with the movement in the game. But don't force yourself to finish it in one sitting is what I'm saying. Any other gripes that I have with it? Not really. I mean, the character's a little bit, it's super shallow, very one-dimensional, like, oh, we want this from hell, or we want to use the energy, or and all this stuff. I mean, the two main bad guys pretty much were cookie cutter, and just placed into this Doom world, which, again, I really wasn't looking for a story in this game. I really wasn't looking for the lore. It's there, again, if you want to look for it, if you want to go through the files and read stuff. But it's really the gameplay that hooked me into just continuing and wanting to progress along what the narrative was giving me baseline. The campaign was amazing. I can't say anything else. I mean, although there was repetitiveness, although the difficulty could get to some people, I feel like that is something that people need to know going into the game, is that it is difficult despite its difficulty settings that it gives you. It does not hold your hand, and it expects you to get good. Essentially, it expects you to have the movement, to have the aim, to do all the things, you know what I'm saying? So I guess to close out this episode of Pika Thoughts, a web series, a YouTube series, of games that we finish on stream right after finishing them, and just giving you our thoughts on them. So I definitely recommend this if you like the old school type of shooters, that have, like, just nothing but gameplay, more about its experience and gore and creativity in the way that you go about doing things. I recommend this if you're about first-person shooters in general. I mean, like, I would recommend this to everyone, but I know that people that are looking for more of a story type deal, I know people who are looking for more of, like, more out of their experience when it comes to a single player campaign. I understand that. Steer clear from this one, because more than anything, like I've said several times before, you're gonna have fun just ripping demons open, like using the chainsaw, blasting things up with the BFG, using the double Gatling gun thing to mow people down, or the super shotgun. Oh my gosh, the super shotgun was super fun to use. It was super Super for the super shotgun. It was my favorite weapon of the game for sure. Just doing when you get it to upgrade for the double barrel, the actual double barrel capability where you can go blam blam as opposed to using 2 shots at once. That's when the game becomes real. So yeah, this was Pika Thoughts. I appreciate you guys tuning in here on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, Doom was awesome. Play it. Alright guys, just letting you know